Dear students, welcome back to the online classes. In last video, we were discussing about classification of matter. Matter is classified into two categories. One is physical classification and another one is chemical classification. In last video, we have already discussed about physical classification. Today we are going to discuss about chemical classification. Today we are going to discuss about chemical classification. Chemical classification. The chemical classification is based on the chemical composition. It is based on the chemical composition. It is based on chemical composition. It is based on chemical composition. What is the meaning of chemical composition? Chemical composition means the type of atoms present in the matter and the ratio of atoms present in the matter. In which ratio the atoms are combined together in the matter is called chemical composition of matter. Okay, in chemical classification, matter is classified into two types. One is pure substance. One is pure substance. One is pure substance. And the second one is mixture. The second one is mixtures. This is the chemical classification of matter. Now we will discuss one by one. The first one is pure substance. The first one is pure substance. Pure substance. The pure substances are made up of a single component. Means pure substance it containing a single component and the chemical composition is fixed. In the pure substance, the chemical composition is fixed. The pure substance, the pure substance, the pure substance, the pure substances are made up of a single component. Made up of a single component. Made up of a single component. With a fixed composition. With a fixed composition. With a fixed composition. With a fixed composition. Now let us see one example for pure substance. Example: water, HCl, H2, etc. These are the examples for pure substance. What is the pure substance? Pure substance containing a single component. It is a single component and there is a fixed composition. In that component there is a fixed composition. Now let us discuss pure substance with water as example. Now you take water in a beaker. This is the water. This is the water. See here, this is water. Throughout the liquid, there is only one component is there. What is that component? That is water. Only one component is there. But see another example. You take sugar solution in a beaker. Sugar solution means what? Sugar plus water. Sugar solution means what? Sugar plus water. See in this beaker, there are two components are there. So it is not pure substance. But it is pure substance. Why? Because entire liquid it contains only one component. Only one component is present in beaker. And it is a fixed composition. Yes, These pure substances are contain fixed composition. Now see, this is the upper layer. You collect sample from upper layer, middle layer and bottom layer. You take a sample from upper layer, middle layer and bottom layer and you test in laboratory. You will get H2O molecule. You will get H2O molecule and the ratio is 2:1. 2:1. You will get same configuration or you will get same ratio from upper layer, middle layer and bottom layer. The ratio is 2:1. The ratio does not change from upper layer to bottom layer. The ratio is fixed. To call water, there should be two hydrogens and one oxygen. The ratio is 2:1. The ratio is fixed. The ratio is fixed. And water is pure substance. Why it is pure substance? Because water is only one component. It is a single component. And the ratio of atoms, the ratio of atoms is fixed. The ratio of atoms is fixed. What is the ratio? 2:1. If you write H2O2, we cannot call it as a water. We cannot call it as a water. Why? Because water, its ratio is what? 2:1. How many hydrogens should be there? Only two hydrogens. And how many oxygen should be there? One oxygen. Here there are two hydrogens. Okay. Number of hydrogens are 2. The number of oxygens are 2. But in water, how many oxygens should be there? Only 1. So it is not water. This is the water. To call water, the number of hydrogens is 2 and number of oxygens is 1. This is pure substance. And pure substances cannot be separated. Pure substances we cannot separate it into simpler substances by physical method. See here, from this solution we can separate sugar and water, but in water here there is only one component. We cannot separate them. We cannot separate them. Pure substances cannot be separated. Cannot be separated. Cannot be separated. Cannot be separated into simpler compounds. Into simpler substance. Into simpler substances by physical method. By physical method. By physical method. Pure substances cannot be separated into simpler substances by physical method. Why? Because pure substance containing only one component. It contains only one component. That's why we cannot separate them by using physical methods. Okay, this is the pure substance. And this pure substance is further classified into two types. The one is element. The one is element. One is elements, and the second one is compounds. Compounds. One is elements, and the second one is compounds. These are the two types of pure substance. Now let us discuss about what are elements and what are the compounds. Two types of pure substances. Pure substances are classified into two types, elements and compounds. Now let us start with elements. What are elements? The first one is elements. Elements. The pure substance which containing only one kind of atoms or molecules is called element. Element means what? It containing only one kind of atoms, only one type of atoms or molecules. The pure substance the pure substance which containing the pure substance which containing a pure substance which containing only one kind means one type, only one kind of atoms or molecules, only one kind of atoms or molecules is called element. Example, the best examples are hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, iron and nickel, etc. These all are elements. Why these all are elements? Because according to definition, what is the definition of element? The pure substance which containing only one kind of atoms or molecules. Only one type of atoms or only one type of molecules are present, then we have to call it as a element. See, now we will discuss about hydrogen. In this hydrogen molecule, how many types of atoms are present? Only one type, that is hydrogen. Only hydrogen atoms are present in H2 molecule. So it is an element. Okay. Next, come to the oxygen. In this oxygen, how many types of atoms are present? Only one type of atoms are present, that is oxygen. Only oxygen atoms are present. Now come to the iron. In iron also only iron atoms are present. In nickel only nickel atoms are present. That's why these are examples for element. These are the examples for element. And these elements are further classified into three types. Now one is metals, and the second one is non-metals, and the third one is metalloids. Just I will give two or three examples for metals. For example, for metals is zinc, iron, nickel, cobalt, gold, silver, all are metals. And non-metals. For non-metals, examples fluorine, chlorine, bromine. These all are examples for non-metals. For metalloids, the examples are boron, silicon, arsenic. These are the examples for metalloids. These all are called elements. Why these are elements? Because only one type of elements, only one type of atoms are present. Only one type of atoms are present. Next one is compounds. The next one is compounds. See, compounds. What is the meaning of compounds? Compounds means the pure substance which containing more than one kind of atoms. In elements, it contains only one kind of atoms and molecules. But in compounds, it containing more than one kind of atoms or molecules. The pure substance which containing more than one kind of atoms, more than one kind of atoms or molecule, more than one kind of atoms or molecules, and they are combined together in a fixed ratio. Means the atoms and molecules are combined together in a fixed ratio by mass. They are combined together they combined together in a fixed ratio. In a fixed ratio. Fixed ratio by mass. Fixed ratio by mass. Fixed ratio by mass. These are called compounds. What are the compounds? The pure substance which containing more than one kind of atoms or molecules. See here, more than one type of atoms or molecules are present, and the atoms or molecules are combined together in a fixed ratio by mass. They combine together in a fixed ratio by mass. Now, let us discuss examples for compound. Let us see examples for compounds. Water, HCl, H2SO4, H2SO4. These all are etc. These all are examples for compound. See, what is compound? It is a purest substance which containing more than one kind of atoms. In water, see here, in water, there are two types of atoms are present. One is hydrogen, another one is oxygen. Right? There are two types of atoms are present. One is hydrogen, another one is oxygen, and they are combined together in a fixed ratio by mass. Yes, these two atoms are combined in a fixed ratio. They combine in a fixed ratio, that is 2:1. That is 2:1. And now come to the second example. In HCl, here also there are two types of atoms are there. One is hydrogen, the another one is chlorine, and these two atoms are combined in a 1:1 ratio. The ratio is fixed. The combining ratio is fixed. These are the compounds, and the compounds can be separated into simpler substances by chemical methods. By chemical method. Yes, the compounds are the purest compounds. So we cannot separate them into simpler substances by physical method. But by using chemical method, we can separate them. Into simple substances. Next point. The properties of compounds are completely different from their constituent particles. The properties of compounds are completely different from its particles. The properties of compounds are completely different from its particles. Yes. Now see why the properties of compounds are completely different from its particles. See, what is the physical state of hydrogen? Gas. What is the physical state of oxygen? Gas. But what is the physical state of water? Liquid. Right? The physical state of hydrogen is gas. The physical state of oxygen is gas. But the physical state of compound, the physical state of water is not gas. It is liquid. That's why the properties of compounds are completely different from its particles. One is mixtures. Mixtures. Okay. What are pure substances? Pure substances containing a single component. It contains a single component. And there is a fixed composition. The chemical composition is fixed. But mixtures, it containing more than one component. It contains more than one component, and they are not combined together in fixed ratio. They are not combined in a fixed ratio. The mixtures, the mixture containing, the mixture containing, the mixture containing more than one components, more than one components, more than one components, more than one components, and which are which are which are combined together in any ratio, which are combined together, which are combined together in any ratio, in any ratio, which are combined together in any ratio. But pure substance, they combine together in a fixed ratio. But in the mixtures, the components are combined together in any ratio by mass. Any ratio by mass. But in pure substances, they contain only one component. But in the mixtures, it containing more than one components. And here there is no fixed composition. But in pure substances, there is a fixed composition. Okay. Next, pure substances contain single component. That's why we cannot separate them into simpler substances by using physical method. But mixtures containing more than one components. That's why we can easily separate them into simpler substances by using physical methods. Mixtures can be separated. Can be separated into simpler compounds, separated into simpler compounds, simpler substances by physical method, by physical method, right? Mixtures can be separated into simpler substances by physical method. Next, the properties of mixtures is same as properties of components, but in the pure substances, the properties of compounds are completely different from its constituent particles. But in mixtures, the properties of mixture, the properties of mixture, the properties of mixture is same as properties of components, same as properties of components, properties of components. But in pure substance, the properties of compounds are not same as properties of constituent particles. This is the mixture. And the mixtures are further classified into two types. One is homogeneous mixture and the second one is heterogeneous mixture. Now we will discuss about what is homogeneous mixture. The first one is homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures. What are homogeneous mixtures? The mixtures in which all the components are present in uniformly. The mixtures in which all the components are present uniformly. See here. The mixtures, the mixtures in which, in which, in which all the components, all the components, all the components, all the components, the mixture in which all the components are mixed uniformly, mixed in uniformly. The mixture in which all the components are mixed uniformly is called homogeneous mixture. Example: sugar plus water, sugar plus water, and sugar plus, sorry, salt plus water, salt plus water. These are the examples for homogeneous. Why? Because in sugar in sugar plus water, these two components are completely mixed. They completely mixed in the sugar solution. This is the sugar plus water. In sugar solution, there are two compounds. One is sugar, the other one is water. When you add sugar into water, both components completely mix. They mix completely. It looks single phase. It looks like single phase. It looks single phase. It looks single phase. There is a single phase. These are called homogeneous mixtures. Next, heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixtures means the mixture in which the mixtures in which all the components are mixed non-uniformly. These are called homogeneous mixture. For example, sand plus water. Right? Sand plus water. Sand plus water. The another example is oil plus water. In heterogeneous mixture, both the components are not completely mixed. For example, sand plus water. In this mixture, sand is at the bottom. What is at the top level? Sand is at the bottom level. These two components are not completely mixed and they are not uniformly. They are not uniformly. That's why here there are two phases. We can see there are two phases. We can see different phases. Water phase and sand phase. Solid phase and liquid phase. We can see two phases. These are the heterogeneous mixtures. Properties of matter. The next concept is properties of matter. Properties of matter. Properties of matter is mainly classified into two types. One is physical properties And second one is chemical properties. The first one is physical properties. Physical properties. Physical properties. And the second one is chemical properties. Now first we will discuss about physical properties. Physical properties are those properties which can measured or observed without changing the composition of substance. Means for physical properties, to measure physical properties, we don't require chemical reactions. Without chemical reaction, we can measure the properties. Those properties are called physical properties. Those properties, those properties those properties which can which can be which can be measured which can be measured or observed which can be measured or observed without without changing without changing without changing without changing the composition of substance without changing the composition of substance composition of substance substance if chemical reaction takes place, then only the composition of substance will change. If chemical reaction does not take place, then the composition of substance will not change. Okay, examples: melting point, boiling point, density, color, odor. These all are physical properties. For these all properties, chemical reaction does not require. Without chemical reaction, we can measure or we can observe them. These are called physical properties. The second one is chemical properties. Chemical properties. Chemical properties. For these properties, chemical reaction is required. To measure these properties, chemical reaction is required. But for physical properties like melting point, boiling point, density, color, odor, for these properties, chemical reaction does not require. Chemical properties. Those properties, those properties, those properties which can measure only by changing composition of substance, only by changing the composition of substance composition of substance. Okay, chemical properties are those properties which can measure only by changing the composition of substance. Means for chemical properties to measure or to observe, chemical reaction required. Example: heat of combustion, heat of combustion, heat of combustion. Next, stability, reactivity, heat of formation, next oxidation. To measure these properties, we require chemical reactions. That's why these all properties are called chemical properties, and these properties does not require chemical reaction. This is the properties of matter.